Hey everybody, we're going to talk about Techlead Million Token. Now I know that in some of his videos he's talking about how he feels like he's broken because a lot of people are mad at him, but my own view is I'm not focused on the individual. I actually like Techlead's videos. What I'm talking about is his alternative coin, the Million Token. And let's admit it was based upon pure hype. Even the name Million Token, it was based upon the idea that you too could be a millionaire. It's almost like a joke, like, hey, I could become a millionaire, I could buy this token and I'll get rich. And I have a feeling there are a lot of people who bought this token thinking that it would go to the moon, and for a while it did, but I believe a lot of them lost a lot of money and probably are really upset about this. But my own view is, me personally, I believe that the token is going to go to zero or down 99% from wherever it is at the moment. And the main reason why is it doesn't really matter if the supply is finite. If there's no demand for it and it serves no purpose, then it doesn't really matter. As an example, there are probably DVDs that are, every DVD that has ever been made, there's a limited supply. There's only so many that are in print. But that doesn't mean that those DVDs have gone up dramatically in value just because there are only so many of them that's in print. It's the same with books. There are a lot of books that are out of print and there's a limited supply. It's limited. You can't make any more of some of these books. But that doesn't mean that any of them have gone up a lot too. So I think Million Token is kind of like a dusty book that's been published 20 years ago. Nobody's reading it, and it's slowly declining in value to the point where it's not going to be worth anything. And let's ask ourselves, why is the Million Token not worth anything? Well, for one thing, even Techlead himself never even bothered to really give a justification for having any value whatsoever, other than it has a limited supply. In other words, piggybacking on the whole Bitcoin idea. But that's kind of one and done. It's already been done before. There really isn't a need to do this once again. So does he actually have some kind of thing where you can use Million Token for smart contracts or something like that? No, haven't seen anything quite like that. And so it's leading me to believe that there really is no functional purpose to it. In the beginning, some people probably did. I noticed this. A lot of people were super happy with Techlead when the token was skyrocketing. They thought he was a genius, and even people on my YouTube page quite understandably called him a genius. And I maybe thought he was when I saw it skyrocketing. I thought, maybe there's some real thing to it. But you have to look at investments from a longer term horizon. Just because it shoots up and then it goes down to nothing, that doesn't mean it ever had any value. Just there were speculators, and they quite rightly knew that this thing would skyrocket because you get in on it early, you sell it to someone who doesn't know what they're doing, and you're off to the races. You're on to the next alternative coin. This is very true with penny stocks. It happens every day. So the question I think people have to ask themselves is whether it is a scam. I never even really got into that. It doesn't really even matter his intentions. His intentions could have been good, but the problem is I just don't see the purpose of Million Token. It doesn't really solve any problem that any other crypto has. Like, I recently focused on Cardano. I do believe that actually solves real issues with smart contracts, like as an example, creating medical records or school records and putting on a smart contracts and being able to read these contracts anywhere in the world. That's cool. But Million Token, it just has a limited quantity, and it's kind of built on the Ethereum network, so he's not really even developing anything new. He's just attaching himself to a blockchain that already exists. So maybe I'm missing something, but I failed to see what he's actually fixing. And that's one reason why, even though there may be surges from time to time, you're going to see Techlead's, unfortunately, you're going to see Million Token going down to zero. That's the sad reality. It's going to go to zero. I know some people bought it a lot higher, and they probably came to this video thinking, oh, please, Michael's going to give me a reason to hold it. And I think at some point in time you're going to have a tough time even selling it at any price, because at some point in time, nobody will even know this exists, and there just won't be any market to sell out of. So if I had this crap, I would sell it today. That's my view. Anyway, I hope to talk with you in the next video, and definitely hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.